Hi, so in this video we'll go over what the PhD is all about, the equivalence of the PhD in other fields, the requirements to complete a PhD successfully, and the career path after the completion of the PhD. So let's get started with what the PhD is all about. The PhD, or the Doctor of Philosophy, is the highest graduate or postgraduate degree awarded by universities to candidates who have conducted original research, wrote a dissertation, and defended this dissertation successfully. In the PhD, students have to conduct original research for their dissertation, which allows them to expand the boundaries of knowledge. Unlike in other degrees, such as the master's degree, where students consume research, in the PhD program, students produce research and produce knowledge. And in addition to conducting original research for their dissertation, PhD students also have to go through coursework and pass some examinations, such as the comprehensive and/or qualifying exams. Now, what are the equivalents of the PhD in other fields? The PhD is offered or awarded in many fields, especially in social sciences and humanities. However, the equivalent of a PhD in medicine, for example, it's the MD, or the Doctor of Medicine. In business administration is DBA, which is the Doctor of Business Administration. In law, it's the JD, or the Juris Doctor. So the PhD is the equivalent of all these degrees in social sciences and humanities and other fields. The requirement to earn a PhD vary from one program and one country to another, at least in terms of three things: the number of credit hours or courses that you need to take, the exam or examinations that you need to pass, and the dissertation, the requirements for the dissertation that you need to defend and pass. For example, in a PhD program in social sciences in the United States, you have to take a coursework that might vary between 72 and 84 credit hours. Pass a qualifying and/or comprehensive exam, and write and defend a dissertation successfully. In the defense, you would basically have a meeting with your committee chair and your committee members, and you would explain your research and answer all questions that your committee members would raise. If you answer these questions successfully and explain your methodology and research design, then you would pass your dissertation, and then you will earn the PhD. What are the career paths for a PhD? In other words, what is a typical or a normal job for a PhD holder? The typical or normal route or path for a PhD is usually a faculty member position, or as a professor, or working as a researcher or a scientist. And that's typically in academia, meaning in a university or college or a research lab. The PhD is all about conducting research. So PhD holders are expected to have developed and strengthened research skills that would allow them to work in academia and advise the next generation of PhD students in a university. However, earning a PhD doesn't necessarily mean ending up in academia. Many PhD holders move to industry after earning a PhD, especially those who complete a PhD in life sciences and business administration. However, this is not the shortest route to work in industry. If you know that you will end up working in industry, or basically having a job in a company, then maybe you wouldn't need a PhD, since the PhD is not a requirement to work in industry, unless you would like to work as a scientist in a company. In this case, probably a PhD would give you advantage over those who don't have the PhD. So it's a good idea to think of what job exactly you would like to have before you start your PhD degree. However, regardless of the job, the PhD will really situate you among the most educated people in society and will make you an informed and highly respected person. So if this is your ambition, then you should go for a PhD.